Good day. I am in the Midwest. Hope the lighting and angle isn't too weird, but I've got a somewhat weird beer that actually isn't really that weird by a lot of trendy beer standards. It's Dangerous Man Brewing's Pineapple Milkshake IPA, and I got it for Christmas from my brother who lives in Minnesota where this brewery is, and he even got me this special Milkshake IPA glass to go with it. So this is a series of milkshake IPAs they make that is basically based on the Tired Hands Omnipollo style. They make it hazy, they use some fruit, and they use lactose and vanilla. And I believe this one uses Mosaic and Citra, and then only Mosaic and the dry hop. And this one is, I think, the newest iteration of the milkshake, of the fruited milkshake ones they do. Pineapple is the first one. It was added on Untapped 11 days ago. And this crawler was filled 6 days ago or something. So, actually 5 days ago. So it's really fresh. I've never had any of their IPAs, but I had their milk stout, chocolate milk stout, peanut butter porter, their mosaic blueberry sour, and I thought they were all pretty good. This one is 6.6% alcohol, and I have pretty high hopes for it. On this glass it says about the milkshake, it sounds weird but it's damn tasty, but for trendy beer drinkers the whole milkshake IPA is the thing right now. And it is pretty hazy. It doesn't have that super golden glow that a lot of New England IPAs do. I might just also not have very good lighting, but it's a little bit dark in the middle there. Really nice head. Ooh, it smells really nice though. Yeah, it smells like... The pineapple isn't super strong, but it smells pretty sugary. Yeah, it smells like between a pineapple smoothie and an actual milkshake. The head is pretty nice there. The vanilla is rather strong. It's not sickeningly strong, but yeah, it comes out smelling like vanilla ice cream in a way. And the head, yeah, is nice and creamy. I'm not getting any like green hop character. Yeah, all the mosaic blends in with the pineapple and the lactose and the vanilla really well. And the head sticks around really well. Dangerous Man is one of the up and coming, really small but hip breweries that seems to be doing all their stuff really well. Their peanut butter porter was really nice. That actually has kind of the highest ratings, I think, of a lot of their beers. This one is a really new one, doesn't have a lot of ratings on Untapped, but it's over 4. Yeah, now I'm starting to get a little bit more actual hopper own, but the vanilla is super strong. It smells like really nice fresh vanilla bean. Got a nice thick mouthfeel. Wow. That's pretty big on the milkshake aspects. Lots of vanilla and lactose happening in this beer. And the finish, yeah, it's got some drying, chalky texture in there. Oh my gosh, so much vanilla in this beer. This is the most vanilla I've had in an IPA for sure. I've had some dark beers and more sweet malt forward beers where the vanilla was over the top, but this is really big on vanilla. If you like your vanilla and you like it in an IPA, this is the way to go. But this one, the flavor is barely IPA at all. Though you do get some peachy tropical mosaic mixing in there really well. Actual pineapple juice, I guess, is in there, but it's just so like sugary, like candy pineapple. It does have a really nice thick mouthfeel. I don't think it's going to end up being too powdery and chalky though. That actually is nice to offset all of the sweet flavors and perceived sweetness from the added flavorings. We didn't mess this one up. This is good. This reminds me of quite a bit of with Hired Hands Omni Pollo Milkshake type IPAs. I think after a while, maybe I'll notice the hops a little bit more. The mouthfeel is so thick, like it's way thicker than their stouts and porters I had, which were lower alcohol. But the lactose is just giving it a lot of body, but the lactose is not an overwhelming sort of sweet, creamy flavor coming through. It's really the vanilla is super strong, but it tastes like real vanilla bean to me. It doesn't seem like they just throw a bunch of pounds of vanilla extract in here. But a lot of these Midwestern IPAs that are doing the hazy New England thing often don't pull it off very well. They make they don't have the feel. They're too bitter. They're not fruity and tropical enough. This one is really doing it. This one, I think, people would still really enjoy this in New England. The finish, now I'm noticing some kind of savory, weird spice from the massive amount of vanilla. Like, vanilla can also in the finish be a little bit sharp along with all the sediment that's inside this, because it is very, very hazy. It's not as murky as some beers I've had for sure. But it's a fun beer. But it's really sweet. This is one that calling it an IPA is maybe not even appropriate. It's its own thing, just like how New England IPAs are their own thing. This is even beyond. This is like, I feel like these Milkshake IPAs are somewhere between a fruit beer and a cream ale and a pale ale. They don't really fit really well into the style category of IPA. They're just a wild sort of thing that's combining all these aspects. Like, I don't think vanilla was used in pale beers, especially not pale hoppy beers 5 years ago, or maybe that's when they just started being used. And lactose also around that time was unheard of in pale hoppy beers. There were the so-called sort of white stouts where people were experimenting with that, but those are all pretty boring, I've found. But this is these beers are so much fun when a Milkshake IPA is done well. And it's quite palatable. I am getting some nice chalky drying qualities on the tongue, which fills in for the lack of bitterness. They only use really late hops in this one. I'm not getting any like clean biting hop resin like drying out here. It's mainly just a sediment sort of thing, and it's weird because lactose gives a lot of sweetness, but I also feel like it's this powder thing they throw in there, and it has its own sort of chalky drying quality to it, like powdered milk or something, basically is what they throw in there. A really nice big aroma. I feel like maybe the vanilla is a little too much. I know people are going crazy for their big vanilla aromas and flavors in beers right now, but it's overlapping the hops and the pineapple, which I wish were popping a little bit more in this, but I still think it's really well done. I'm really glad I got to try this one. Yeah, it's I'm getting coconut sort of flavors, all these sweet sort of nutty spicy flavors almost. It's very it's like a pina colada beer basically. I would almost say it's really nice. Yeah, I'd give this at least a 4. I hope the rating on Untappd doesn't go down anymore, because I feel like some people aren't even prepared for this sort of thing. They're confused by it in a lot of places, especially where the hazy, juicy IPA is not ubiquitous, like in the Northeast, but soon it will be, and maybe this place will start canning it and people will line up. But it's a very nice beer. If you get a chance to try any Dangerous Man stuff, I would definitely recommend any of the Milkshake IPAs and their dark beers. The sour beer I had, the blackberry mosaic was pretty good. The aroma was nice, but it was just like a pretty simple, kettle soured flavor, a little too strong. But I'm liking this one. And this is the sort of thing you could give someone who's like, I don't like IPAs, and it might blow their mind and change their whole idea about all that stuff. But it's really on the edge of even being an IPA, in my opinion. Well, that's it. Goodbye.